Hi everyone, I'm Divij and thanks for tuning in. I'm here to walk you through my journey as a mentee with the Open Mainframe project, working on the Give Love to the Bugs List initiative with Feilong. If you don't know about it, don't worry, I'll share you context on what Feilong is, why this project matters, and what I contributed and some key moments from my 12-week journey. So, what is Feilong? In order to understand Feilong, let's start with the basics. IBM mainframes have been around for a long time. They are these big, powerful computers that a lot of companies use to run important stuff like banking systems, airline bookings, or massive databases. On these machines, there's a thing called ZVM, which is basically a hypervisor. It lets you run a bunch of virtual machines or guests in common language on one big mainframe. So think of it like how you run virtual servers in the cloud. Now, the tricky part is traditionally, if you want to manage these big ZVM systems, you had to, use this old school text-based console called a 3270 terminal. It's powerful, but let's be honest, it's not very user-friendly, especially if you need to, if you are used to modern things like REST APIs or Terraform or OpenStack. That's where Feilong comes in. Feilong is an open source software development kit that gives you a set of easy to use APIs to manage ZVM. That means instead of trying complex commands into a retro console, you can now create virtual machines, add disks, connect networks, and do all kind of automations via the REST APIs. In this slide, there is this example of a REST API call. This is a normal REST call via the curl, and I am querying guests on a machine, and it's returning everything in JSON format. Uh, Another call where I'm querying a particular guest and it's returning data for that particular query. In the same format, there is a lot of APIs which are exposed in the Feilong SDK. You can find the documentation on the internet also, and it's widely used as well, and it's very good in terms of the console which we had, because that was some old school thing. This is very new, and REST API is something which we are used to working with. Now, on the backend part, Feilong speaks the same language that modern cloud tools do, stuff like get, post, put, and delete. So if you are a developer or DevOps engineer who's worked with cloud infrastructure, you will feel right at home. And yes, it works with tools like Terraform and OpenStack as well. So you can plug your mainframe right into your hybrid cloud setup. And it's mostly written in Python, so it's easy to extend, easy to understand, and very developer friendly. And there are some C components under the hood for performance, but the Python client library makes it super smooth to customize and build on top of that. That was about Feilong. I hope that made sense. Now, what is this mentorship all about? So the mentorship project I worked on is called Give Love to the Bugs List, and as the name suggests, it focused on improving the quality and maintainability of the Feilong project by tracking its backlog of bugs and issues. Feilong is obviously a mature project, and it had accumulated a long list of bugs. At the start, there were 98 bugs on the launchpad and 19 on the GitHub. Many left untouched for some 7 to 8 years as well. So what I did was, my main task was to migrate all the relevant issues to GitHub. Let me just show that as well simultaneously. So this is the launchpad where when the Feilong was not under the Open Mainframe umbrella, that's where the bugs were tracked. Now after the migration, the bugs are tracked on the GitHub itself. Let me open my browser as well. This is the actual launchpad, and these are the issues that are currently on the under the Feilong. So my main task was to migrate all the relevant issues to GitHub and organizing and cleaning up the bug list to make it easier for future contributors. So while I wasn't expected to handle all the bugs, since there was a lot of bugs, I ended up completing the full review of the list and even provided fixes for many of them along the way. Let me present the actual work as well. So this is the documentation. This is the document which we have been working on. So over the course of this 12-week mentorship, I maintained a consistent workflow where I tackled 10 issues per week. So there are 12 weeks, so 120 issues in total. And each week I selected a batch of bugs, studied them in detail, and attempted to understand, probably to reproduce them and verify whether they are still relevant in today's context as well, because some bugs dated back to 2018, 2017 as well. So if a bug was still valid, I would migrate it from Launchpad to GitHub, because that's where the community is right now. And I used to ensure it was properly categorized and up to date along with my research. For example, these were the 3 bugs from the first week which were not relevant in today's context. Either they were already solved or stuff like that. So this is the link to that bug, right? And I provided a reason why I'm closing this bug since it's done. And in my work report as well, I wrote up the resolution and the current status of the bug. For the bugs which are relevant, I migrated them to the GitHub. This is how a migrated ticket looks like. All the context from the previous bug along with my research has been summarized into this issue ticket itself. It has the tracker to the previous launchpad bug itself, and anyone can pick this up now. So this was done until 10 week. This process continued until 10 week, by which point all 98 launchpad bugs have been reviewed and handled. From week 11 onwards, I shifted focus on GitHub, because that's where the remaining bugs were. You know, the left of 19 issues were then handled, applying the same level of review, verification, and action. And along the way, I didn't just migrate and try edge the bugs. I also provided code fixes for many of them. For example, I mentioned some of them in this report as well. A lot of issues were migrated. Then I raised some PRs for that issues as well. So, and I'm proud to say that several pull requests are currently under review. I'm very happy to share that all the bugs from both the Launchpad and GitHub have now been fully processed, successfully fulfilled the objective, successfully fulfilling the objective of this mentorship. So yeah, this work report is live. It's there in the Slack channel of Feilong as well. It has very nice documentation of everything which we have done over this course of mentorship, and this is reviewed. The complete 120 bugs have been reviewed by Eric as well, and it's final from our side. And yeah, that's it. Before I wrap up, I want to thank the Open Mainframe project for this amazing opportunity. A big thanks to my mentors as well, Eric, Mike, and Aazam, for the guidance, and a special mention to Rajat for his constant support. And I'm also grateful to the Open Mainframe community and the Feilong community for their helpful bug reports. This mentorship has been a great learning experience, and I really appreciate everyone who made it possible. Thank you.